And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks, on this beautiful fall day. Aren't we glad the weather is finally going to act like it's fall out there and not act like it's summer in mid-October. So we have a lot of exciting things happening in Cleveland, Bradley County in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was some of the schools have fall festivals, fall events, whatever they want to call them. And so Amy Eubanks is here with me today from Michigan Avenue School. And Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
My name is Amy Eubanks. This is my first year as PTO president. I've served on the board the last 2 years as vice president. I have a daughter who's in 3rd grade at Michigan Avenue, and my son is 3. I'm a stay-at-home mom, former nurse, former accountant before that, so jack of all trades, master of none. And just trying to keep things running at Michigan Avenue for support our teachers and our students there.
And this is an awesome program that you all have, because I know I had someone on talk about it last year, and last year was your first renew it.
Yes.
You did it. You started it back up after several years of not having a fall festival.
Right.
So how did that go last year?
It was fabulous.
Fantastic.
We had fantastic support from the community to donate items and to help out. And then attendance was huge. It was more than we could have asked for. It was very successful.
And that is great. So first of all, tell us when this is going to be.
It is next Friday, October the 26th. It starts at 5:30 and it will be until about 8:30. It's at Michigan Avenue School. We have games in front of the school, on the side of the school, on the back track. So it's all around. There's a hayride that goes around the whole property. And you don't even have to have a child at the school. You can come out. Anybody can come out. We'll be selling tickets for your punch cards for all the games that night, so you don't even have to buy them before. You just come and have fun. And we have parking at school is a problem, so we have secured outside parking. You can park at Whirlpool, and the parking lot will be marked with signs, and Michigan Avenue Baptist Church. And we have a free shuttle that will shuttle you back and forth starting at 5:30 going until about 9 o'clock.
Wow.
So that way you can go back and forth and you don't have to worry about trying to park on the side of the road or anything like that.
And I think that's awesome. And so now you said punch cards for events. So basically what price are we talking?
Each punch card is $5.
Okay.
And it contains 20 punches.
Oh, okay.
And each game is anywhere between 1 punch and 4 punches,
Okay.
depending on how deluxe the game is. Our MASH tent, which you can go and get bandaged up like you've been injured in the war, is 4 punches.
Okay.
And then, our duck pond is 1 punch. So it just kind of depends. And you can buy as many cards as you need to get throughout the night. If you run out, come to us.
Okay.
We'll sell you more.
I was going to ask, so if I buy a punch card for each of my 3 kids, which I don't have, by the way, but let's just say I did, and then all of a sudden we run out, I can still go get 4 punch cards.
Yes,
Okay.
we will have a table that will be selling them all night long.
That is fantastic. Now, okay, we got the MASH tent where we could go either coming out looking like a zombie
Yes.
or be like we're battle worn. Okay, and then the duck pond, which is I'm sure for the little ones.
Smaller kids, yes.
Okay, so what else do we have in between those two?
We have a fishing game where you put the pole behind the board and you pull out candy. We have a Plinko. We have a beanbag toss, a lollipop pull, a ring toss on Coke bottles, a beanbag throw, fair hair. You can come get your hair painted and all crazy
wow.
decorations,
Okay.
face painting, tattoos, a cakewalk. Everybody wants to go home with a cake.
Absolutely.
So we have a cakewalk, a fear factor boxes where you put your hand, you may be brains or you never know what you're going to touch. We have that. We have pumpkin golf, treasure hunt, football toss. So we have about 27 games.
Wow.
Yes.
And all of this is manned by volunteers.
Yes. Either parent volunteers or we have secured volunteers from Lee, Cleveland State, Walker Valley, Bradley, Ocoee Middle that are coming out to help us that night.
And I think this is awesome because Amy and I talked about this before we came on the air. Our students need service hours. They
Yes.
have to have X number of service hours. I'm not sure what they are now, but this is a good way for them to get service hours and have a good time.
Yes, and it helps us, it lets our parents not have to man the booth and be able to enjoy the evening with their child. So that way they don't have to worry about that.
And that is awesome. Now, last year you all had a very successful event. What did you do with the money that you raised?
We put it right back into Michigan Avenue.
Right.
We help support the teachers. We give them teacher lunches. We did a teacher grant. We let them apply if they had something new and out of the box they wanted for their classroom. They applied for a grant. We did that. Let's see. We also pay for part of salaries for just part of the salaries for some of our reading interventionists in the school. So most of our budget goes to that. So that's where most of our money goes to.
But you don't have to do anything physically, like paint the building or something like that.
We do mulch the playground every summer.
Okay.
We have a mulch day. It's usually the hottest day of the year.
Of course it is.
But it's with the United Way, and because all the playgrounds have to be remulched every year for them to be safe for the students. So we do supply all the mulch for that.
And that's fantastic. And then United Way is a partner in
Yes.
that. Now, you all Michigan Avenue has several partners.
Yes.
And I'm sure that they are helping you out. Do you have have sponsors for this, or how does this work?
Companies can come to us and donate any amount of money that they wanted to and be a sponsor, or even families have donated money to sponsor each particular game, or the hot chocolate booth, or the caramel apple booth, and things like that. So yes.
Okay, now speaking of food, what else are you? Caramel apples and hot chocolate.
Yes.
You've got my attention right
we have
off the bat.
apple cider.
Okay.
And we also have other small candy and chip concessions, but our main food will have a barbecue plate. One of our teachers' husband is going to start the night before and barbecue all night long, so we'll have plenty of barbecue. You get barbecue sandwich, chips, and a drink for $5.
Wow.
We have another plate that's a hot dog, chips, and a drink for $4, and then we have nachos and a drink for $3.
Okay, so you've pretty much got everybody.
We've tried to make adults and kids happy.
Right, even picky eaters like me.
Yes.
I know when I taught at Calhoun one time, my husband and I overnight barbecued chicken breast. Oh. Yeah, up all night barbecuing chicken, and so by the time it got to the event, we didn't care about a chicken breast, so that may be the way that your folks are. But I think that's nice that you got a dad that's going to that's
one
gonna
of our
do that.
teachers' husband, Miss Morgan, her husband did it last year for us, and he volunteered to do it again for us this year. So
fantastic.
If you come around the school anytime on that Friday, it's going to smell really, really good.
Oh, and the teacher's going to have to work through
Yes,
that.
smell that all day long.
Stomach growling all day long. Okay, so let's go back and retrace now. October the 26th, which is next Friday.
Yes.
From 5:30 to 8:30,
Yes.
and everybody's invited.
Everybody in town is invited, yes.
And if you don't want to do the games, then you don't need a punch card.
Right. You can just come eat.
And come eat.
Yes.
And I already said to Amy, I said, I'm special, so I don't want to I want to park right in front of the building. So tell them about that.
We have VIP parking that goes on sale Friday morning at school in front of the cafeteria at 7 a.m. They're $10 a piece. We have 53 spaces. We will sell them until we're run out, and then there'll be no more, and then you'll have to park either at Whirlpool or at Michigan Avenue Baptist Church.
And that's another little fundraiser
Yes.
for you all. And
Yes.
I'm sure there are people, if I were coming and had a carload of kids, if I had 5 kids, I would definitely want to pay $10 to park next to the
Right.
school instead of having to rope the kids all
Yes.
up and get them on that
Yes.
shuttle bus and this and that. So you sell them till they're gone.
Sell them till they're gone, and then we sell no more.
And when somebody pulls in the parking lot there at Michigan Avenue School, if they don't have their ticket that says,
Right.
I have VIP parking, then somebody's going to turn them away.
When you buy the parking pass, we give you a big piece of paper to put in your windshield, so that way the police officer will let you in that lot. Because we do have security for Michigan at the school and then at Whirlpool a lot.
Oh,
also.
fantastic.
We do
Okay.
have police officers.
And Whirlpool is such a great community
Yes.
supporter. They
are.
really are. And that's wonderful for them to do that. And then you said Michigan Avenue Baptist Church
Yes.
also was letting you
Yes.
use their parking lot. And I think that's awesome. So roughly how many people are involved in getting all this set up?
There's 5 of us on the board.
Okay.
So that's where it starts.
Yes.
But then it goes out to all of the teachers that we have in the school and all the faculty and staff. So that's roughly about 63. And then then we ask the parents in the school. So I mean, it's whole school and community wide. We couldn't do this by ourselves. So it takes the support of many in order to pull this off.
And how many do you anticipate being there that night? How many roughly did you have last year?
I don't remember. We're planning for food for over 500.
Okay. All right.
So somewhere in that ballpark.
So, and that's all three foods.
Yes,
Okay. So if you want to eat, you better get there, folks.
That's right.
And so $5 for the barbecue plate.
Yes.
$4 for the hot dog plate.
Yes.
And $3 for the nacho plate.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I thought so. Yeah.
I mean, my stomach's going to growl right now because we're talking about it, because I could do that nacho plate right now. Not just there we go.
There you go.
But I think this is so awesome that you all do this. And as a member of the Bradley County School Board, we hate that you have to do this. We hate that you all are dependent upon raising some of your own money. We wish we could just write you checks and you all do it. But the thing that makes us feel so good about it is that you all are willing to do that.
Right, yeah. I'm glad that we're here in order to help out and come in where, money is short and we can fill in where it need be.
Does each teacher have a game or an event that they plan for their room, or what?
Yes.
How does that work?
Each teacher, last year they went and picked which game they wanted, and most are doing the same game again this year.
Oh, okay.
So their class is sponsoring that game. And if we didn't get the volunteers from outside, then those parents would be running the game, but we got those, so we don't have to worry about that. But each class has their own game, and so the teacher will make sure everything's running, and then they can go and be with their own children that night too.
And I think that's awesome, because the horror to me would be a parent having to work something and having 3 kids that are running around, and that's your horror too, as being in charge of this, is kids running wild.
Yes.
And so there needs to be some structure to that. So, and I think it's great that most of the teachers are doing what they did last year, because that way you don't have to buy new fish for the fishing, and new fishing poles and whatever the situation is.
We saved everything, so we've gone through, make sure everything's working, and we're ready to go.
Well, I know last year Becca said you had nothing.
Right.
You started from scratch last year.
And luckily last year Oak Grove helped us out a lot and let us borrow
fantastic.
a lot of their games. But then we solely bought some last year, and we've just kind of added to it. And so luckily we haven't had to borrow any this year. We have
that's
enough
great.
for our own this year.
That's great. But starting out fresh like you all did last year, I'm sure there was a lot of scrambling.
Yeah, there was. We didn't really know how to do it, so we were just learning as we went.
And it was awesome from what I understand last year. It was fantastic.
It was a hit.
And that's what we're expecting this year.
Yes.
October 26th,
Yes.
5:30 to 8:30, $10 VIP parking.
That's right. We do have a little extra something special. A local jewelry store here in town whose children go to our school have donated 2 pieces of jewelry. I'm not sure what they are, but we'll do a drawing that night that you can buy tickets for.
Oh, wow.
They're $1 each, or you can get 5 tickets for $3. And then we've had also a family from the school has donated a male chocolate labradoodle puppy that we are going to have a silent auction for that night.
Oh.
Yes, they donated one 2 years ago for our spring auction.
Uh-huh.
And so, but they have a litter of puppies, and he'll be 8 weeks old next week, so he'll be ready to go home with you. So we have that as another fundraiser.
Oh, I can't go.
You need a puppy.
I know I do. You and my son.
Cute.
You
He's
need a
cute.
puppy,
Yes,
Nancy.
he's
You need a
super
puppy.
cute.
And I'm sure he's adorable. But
He is.
okay, so we have jewelry and the puppy that are additions.
Additions, yes.
And it's still fundraisers for you all.
Yes.
Hey, those tickets for jewelry sound reasonable.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
I mean, extremely reasonable. Because if whoever's donating them, if the person donating them is who I think's donating them, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And so that is great.
Right. And we appreciate all the businesses supporting us.
And do you have any other silent auction or anything else
That's
going
it.
on? That's it.
All the other, our main auction is in the spring, so we'll have
Gotcha.
everything else in the
I
spring
gotcha.
for that.
Okay, any last minute anything you need? Because I see my producer's in there waving his hand.
I think that's it. I think
Okay.
we've covered everything.
Amy, it's so great to meet you.
It's nice to meet
and
you.
so great to know that Michigan Avenue School is just rocking and rolling.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's super. Folks, don't go away. I'll be right back. Watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills. And I have another guest that's going to tell you about some things, some interesting things that she is doing, and not just by herself, but with some other people. So don't go away. I'll be right back.